Yeah, much better. Okay. When you're ready, just let me know. I think this is. Sorry. There we go. That's main screen, so that they can see you. 1, 2. Okay. So when you're ready, you can click 1, and you can greet them.
Go.
Okay. Wait. I need to start the recording.
Okay. Firstly, welcome everybody to the 2024 Private Property PrisonBreak Triathlon race briefing. So firstly, a couple of thank yous to our title sponsor, Private Property, and to the other sponsors, Orca, Brooks, Belega, Prime Cleaning Services, GU, UFUS, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Slickstick. And then, of course, thank you to all of you for coming and showing support for PrisonBreak this year. We are truly grateful. We basically doubled our entries over last year, so thank you very much. And we've been working hard behind the scenes to make sure that we put on a really good show for you. So what I'm going to cover today is registration, arrival on race morning, and then the race day procedures. So I'm going to turn my camera off now so I can focus on the presentation. So registration, we will start tomorrow at the Oceana Powerboat Club from 4 o'clock to 7 in the evening. So 4 in the afternoon to 7 in the evening. And then on Thursday, we will be at our offices in Strand. Friday, from 9 to 5. And then on Friday afternoon from 4 to 6 p.m. at race venue. And then on Saturday morning from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. So if we could just ask that you all try to register beforehand, if possible. It just makes everybody's life, yours and ours, a lot easier, because there's a lot of stuff to do on race morning for everybody. So you'll be able to find on the website, fluidlines.co.za, under events, under PrisonBreak, you'll find all the information that I'm going to go through with you today. So the registration page is here with all the venues clickable to Google links. So at registration, you will receive a race number, a chip, timing chip from Moby, and a bike number. So
you said 4, just to interrupt you. You said 4, it's 3.
Oh, I said, sorry. So the registration tomorrow is from 3, not from 4 o'clock. So you will get those 3 things at registration. If for whatever reason you might think of not racing on Saturday, but you are coming to collect your goodie bag, please do not take your race number and chip, because we need to collect those chips after the race when you check your bike out. And if we don't collect any chips, then we will hold you liable to 1,000 Rand per chip. These are active chips that have a very high read rate. So that is the price that Moby gives us for the chip. So please just let us know and we can remove that from your goodie bag. So race day schedule is the gates for the prison open at 5:30. The transition area will open from 6 a.m. and registration will open from 6 a.m. Registration closes at 7 and transition closes at 7:30. And then there will be about a 15 to 30 minutes of mulling around, at which time we will then ask you to walk through transition to activate your chip. So the chip, you'll be able to walk around all morning with your chip on. If you walk past any timing points, it will not cause any problem. But when we ask you and announce over Mike, the announcer, will ask you to please walk through transition, walk out of the swim exit. When you walk out of there, that will switch on your chip. If you do not do that step, you will not get a race time because your chip will not be active. So please do that. And then the race will start after a short briefing with 8 a.m. for the mini, 8:15 for the maxi, and prize giving at 12 o'clock. But I'm going to walk you through all of the steps now. So
you can just click the arrows.
So arriving at the prison from the N2, this map is clickable, so you can click on it. It will take you to the Google link. That's via the N2 for people coming from Strand, Gordons Bay area, and via the N1 through the tunnel and to the prison through Rawsonville. At race check-in, you will be given, at registration, you'll be given a little sticker which you need to place on your car's windshield at the top right-hand side. This will allow you faster and speedier access through the gates. As I said, gates open at 5:30. Please, a few things: no pets are allowed to be brought onto the premises of the prison. So it doesn't matter if you have your dog on a lead or anything, you will not be allowed through the gates. There's also a few other constraints: no firearms, no interaction with any prisoners. So you will see the prisoners will have orange overalls on, so do not engage with them at all, and certainly no taking of photographs of them. And then you will see there is a hot spring as you walk from the parking. Please do not use or go into that hot spring at all. The water temperature coming out the ground is 74 degrees, so that would not be great for you.
It's on the side of the road.
Yeah, you will see it. You'll walk past it. It's on the side of the road, and you will see the big, but please stay away from that. So when you enter the gate for the prison up here, you need to stay on this top road. There will be a marshal here directing you. If you've been to previous events and you've come down this road, please do not come down this road at all. You will be stopped at the bottom and sent back. So you follow this road all the way along the top. There will be signs for parking, and there will be marshals directing you where to park. So if you attended the event last year and you were able to park at this section, please do not go and park there. They've had so much rain that this area is so muddy, your car will be stuck. So you need to park in the designated area, which will be up here. And as I said, there will be parking officials and marshals guiding you. The furthest point from the parking to transition is 700 meters. So I think you save here maybe 150 meters. So once you walk from parking, you will walk basically over the finish line. You will pass the area where all the food trucks are. There's coffee, there's pancakes, there's pizza, there is a chip and dip. Unfortunately, we were not able to get any halal food vendor. So if you need to have some, please bring your own food if you cannot make use of any of the service providers we have. All the toilets this year will be placed at the back of the food area. It's more convenient here because you will finish at this point, and also the bag drop-off will be under this big tree. So it's more usable to have the toilets here than have some down at transition. When you make your way to transition, you need to make sure that you have your helmets. So I see there are some messages coming in on the chat. I will deal with all of those at the end of the presentation. So when you come into transition, you need to make sure that your helmet is clipped on your head, that your straps are tight so that your helmet is not loose on your head. If you do not have your helmet on your head and your helmet's not clipped in, the officials will not allow you into transition. Then you need to head to the designated area in the transition where you will rack your bike. So you will see signs. It will be most likely mini bikes on the left hand side and maxi on the right hand side, but we will guide you through that on race day. It's really critical that you rack in the correct area of the transition, please. And we have 420 people on bikes to rack, so please be mindful of limited space. So you're allowed to put in a towel where you can put your stuff on, and we will have people walking around transition asking you to move up, so please don't try to take more space than is been allocated for you. Transition closes at 7:30, and there is no bags, crates, boxes allowed to be left in transition. You can make use of our bag drop zone. So on your goodie bag there will be a tag with your race number. You can affix or fix this to your bag or tape it to your crate or box, whatever you like. If you'd like to make use of our bag drop zone, then you're free to do so. It will be manned throughout, and you can collect your items straight after the race. There was one thing I just wanted to mention. Sorry, I'm just looking at my notes quick. Okay, so no bags left in transition, please. Once you leave transition to go to the bag drop zone, you need to pass out the bike in bike section. You will see there will be a small registration tent for those people who need to register on race morning, but also critically there we need to write your race number onto your hand. As you're not allowed to have your race number under your wetsuit, you put that on after the swim. We need to have your number on your hand in case you are pulled out of the water or you decide to pull out. We need to know who you are without taking you to a pod to scan you. So you can just go and have your race number written on your hand. And as I said, no race numbers to be worn under wetsuits. Before the start, there will be a short race briefing, as I mentioned. And remember, you need to walk through transition to activate your chip. So the swim start will be mini first at 8 o'clock, and after that we will start the maxi. We say 8:15, but it will be whenever the last swimmer is close to or rounding the first buoy, we will start you. So it could be earlier than 8:15. So the mini swimmers will swim out. They will make a left shoulder turn on the orange buoys, swim parallel to the shore, make another left shoulder turn and exit and run up to transition. Maxi follows the same pattern, except you do not turn on the orange buoys, you turn on the large yellow buoys and complete your swim course. Once you enter into transition, when you enter transition over here, last year there were a few people who asked, they said the sand that we'd put on the bank for them to run up was on their feet. We will have around about here somewhere some tubs where you can run off to the right hand side and wash your feet off. Then you will run to your bike where you will change from swimmer to biker. If you need to fit your shoes, because you can't put your feet in your shoes while you're going, now's the time to do it. The entire transition area is grass, so you'll be able to run quite comfortably in your running shoes. And remember, for the first timers, to clip your helmet before you remove your bike from the rack, before you run out of transition. It is drawn here as a channel out and a channel in. It might not be like that on race day, but this is just to show you the process. So you will run out, you will go and mount at the green line, and then you will, which is over here, and you will go through the garage, around the back of the garage, allowing a flat section for you to clip your feet into your pedals, and then you will enter up the hill. You will enter up this hill that you will take you to the gate. It'll take you to this hill over here. You will go up here and it will take you to the gate that you entered in for your parking in the morning. You will, for the mini route, you will cycle out, the mini and maxi for that matter, you will cycle out turning right to go through the gate, and you will cycle to the main road with the dam on your right hand side. If you don't have the dam on your right hand side, you have gone wrong somewhere. So the mini route this year is a difference. If you raced last year, we turned you at the main road. This year you will turn right, so you will obey the traffic officers. And I think it's important for me to mention at this point, while you will be given right of way during the race, you need to obey the traffic officers at all times. There could be some kind of an emergency, or there could be an emergency vehicle that's trying to head through to Worcester, and the traffic official will give that emergency vehicle right of way. You just need to abide by what they tell you, but we have enough traffic officers to control the traffic. So you will turn right, crossing over to the left-hand side of the road, and you will cycle out for 3 kilometers towards Neckies, where there will be another marshal and traffic officer, where you will make a turn in the road over here and cycle back on the left-hand side of the road, back to the prison road, turn left, keeping on the left-hand side of the road, and this will be coned off in the middle of the road over here, which will become clear now when I do the maxi course. You will then, that's the bike elevation for the mini. The maxi course, you will head out on the prison road, which is this one here. The orientation is slightly different. Here you will turn left, and this middle section of the road heading up here will be coned, so you will remain to the left-hand side of those cones. You will turn left and you will cycle at about a 650 meter section in a coned area, and the coned area is important. It's this bit here. It will become clear now. You will head straight towards Rawsonville. There will be a marshal and Christian Fiesel at point 1, where you will then turn left to another point where there's a marshal. You will turn left and you will complete this triangle. You will do the triangle twice. At the end of the second lap of the triangle, you will turn right and remain on the right-hand side of the road. And the cone section I spoke about, you will ride facing traffic in that cone section and turn right into the prison. And remember, the road will be coned for the entry section and the exit section of the prison road, and there is where the mini and the maxi bike will merge together. So what you will do is you will merge yourself into the two, and it's here where the maxi biker will be moving to the left-hand side of the road, and they need to be aware and mindful of any mini cyclists that are there, and just be courteous to each other. When you drive in the morning, you will see within the first kilometer of entering the prison road, with all the rain they had over winter, there is a small section on the left-hand side of the road that is washed away. There are road marking signs there where they're busy working to repair that. Just be mindful of that when you're cycling back. Don't have your head down and blasting along and ride into the road signs. It's pretty clear. Once you come back in through the prison gate, you will turn left, come down the hill, and you will get to the dismount line, which is marked with red tape on the ground. You will dismount, you will run into transition and rack your bike. Remember to only remove your helmet once you have racked your bicycle. You will change from biker to runner, and you will exit. It's drawn here as 2 gates for illustration purposes, but you are going to run out the swim in. You're going to run out there, and you're going to make a sharp right turn, and you will run this short section along the gravel road where you will join to the tar road. You will get your first water point at the far turn on the run, so if you need to drink something, be sure to drink before you finish your bike or leave a bottle for yourself in transition. So the run is out and back. It's a very easy, flat, straight run. You won't get lost. But a new rule for this year is after this first water point that you will get to, there will be a Prime Cleaning Services, one of our sponsors, have these large white bins. We will tape from the water point to the bin to make it clear. The bin will indicate the end of the litter zone. So you're allowed to drop your Coke cup and your water sachet before you get to that point, but please not after. And likewise, when you turn at this point, if you're doing the maxi, you will get another water point here, and there will be more or less here will be the end of the litter zone. You follow the same process. You can drop your goodies over here, but nothing to be dropped over here. If the officials see you, there will be a warning or potential disqualification. If you are seen by any official or any of the people running the event flinging any rubbish on the run into the bush, you will be disqualified. We need to keep this place clean, and the wind does come up in the afternoon, so if we have a controlled area to pick up litter, it makes our life a lot easier. So thank you for helping us with that. As I said, last year we had 1 or 2 people who were doing the 10K run over the finish line and then go and do their second lap. Naturally, their time is taken for 5Ks, so please just turn at the turn point, which we will make it a lot clearer this year for you. That's the run course is pan flat. So a few details. So post-race facilities, as I said, in the food area, there's food trucks, coffee vendors, toilets, etc. It will also be the area where the prize giving will take place. About 10 days ago, we took a water temperature which was 16 degrees. It will most likely improve on that because there's some really warm weather there. The long range weather forecast is looking at 22 degrees at 8 a.m., rising to 30 degrees by 2 p.m. And the expected wind is between 2 and 5 kilometers an hour. So ideal racing conditions. Remember, this is a long range forecast, so we will update you. So please do join the WhatsApp group and follow us on social media, where we will update you with any last minute changes. Prize giving is set for 12 o'clock. If we are able to start prize giving earlier, we will do so. There will also be a link for live results on the website, which you can access off Fluid Lines. Andrew will put that up before it's due. As I said, some final reminders. There will be social media and WhatsApp groups to join. We won't spam you on WhatsApp. We will only send you race day information. And please feel free to ask any further questions to us by contacting us either on email or on a WhatsApp. And then with regards to bike checkouts, so I've kept this at last. So as I said to you, when you register, you will get a bike number. So you need to place this bike number on the top tube, somewhere clearly visible on your bicycle. So we will try to open transition for the mini finishes as early as possible to get the bikes out. And this is why it's critical that people rack in the designated mini and maxi area. We will monitor that when you exit the swim and the transition is happening, because if we have mini people in the maxi area and maxi people in the mini area, unfortunately then that is a is a problem for us to open transition early. So please be mindful of that. Also, there are a number of factors, not just if there are bikes on the course for opening transition early, because we still have bikes entering transition, we have runners on the course, and as you know, the parking area, you need to walk along the run course, so we need to be respectful to the people who are still running. There were cars that would then be on the road trying to exit the prison if there's still bikers on. So, but we will endeavor to open transition as early as possible. To check your bike out of transition, you need to enter transition, pack your goodies into a bag or something to carry them with, not a whole lot of loose items in your hands. You need to head to the bike checkout section, which might not be the entry exit point where you came in the morning or entered and exited on the bike, because if the race is still on, we will open another section for the mini, but it will be obvious and we will guide you to that. To check your bike out, you will need to have your race number and your timing chip. If you do not have both of these and your race number does not match your bike number, which I told you need to put on your top tube, you will not be allowed to check out. Sorry, it's a security risk for us, and we're looking after your beloved bicycle and precious bicycle that you have, and we know the cost of bicycles nowadays. And it's critical that we get the chip back. As I said to you, if we don't get your chip back, it's 1,000 Rand for that chip. And then lastly, please be respectful to all officials, marshals, helpers, traffic officials, etc. Any foul or derogatory language by the competitor or by their family member can lead to immediate disqualification. I'm sorry to have to mention that, but we did have an incident last year which wasn't pleasant, so we would just like to avoid that. We're all here for a good time. We know that sometimes tempers can get heated, but please count to 10 before becoming a little bit disrespectful. And as I said, everything is online, so you are welcome to go and read those documents. This recording of this race briefing will be live loaded up, so you can go and watch it. Please make sure that everybody watches it. And then the very last thing I just need to mention is about prize giving. So if you are eligible for a prize as a placing prize, you happen to be in the top 3 in your age category or in the overall for the mini or the maxi, male or female, then you need to be present to claim your prize. So if you are not present, you will forfeit your prize. And nobody is allowed to collect a prize on behalf of anybody else. So if you are on the podium, please make sure you're there to claim your prize and to avoid any disappointments. Lastly, thanks once again to all our sponsors. We will also have a few sponsors who came on board late. So Ken Forrester will be providing some prizes for the podium, some nice wine, and a new nutrition brand doing bars and protein drinks called Smill will be on hand with some samples for you on race day. So let me go through some of the questions that are there.
Camera.
No. So the first question.
I already answered those ones.
Okay, so what is the first question?
For team entry.
For team entries, do you just tag in your team, mate in transition? Okay, so team entries, you will need to transfer the chip from swimmer to biker and biker to runner. So I will explain that on race morning. You will start, if you're doing the team in the mini, you will start in the mini wave swim. But basically you will run into transition where your biker will be waiting. So the swimmer will go over the swim line and get the swim time. Then the biker will get the chip, run to their bike. The helmet will be at the bike. So you will do all the things that an individual will do. You cannot be fully dressed, helmet, everything on. You will then get ready as a biker. You will exit. There will be the transition time. You will come in You will get your bike time, you will rack your bike, undress everything, helmet off, run to your runner, change the chip, and the runner will head off, and the transition time will be taken, and then the runner will run over the finish line, and his run time will be taken. So basically you've got to do all the steps that an individual would do as for that category. Obviously the runner is going to have his running shoes on, that's one of the things, and there will be a section close to the swim in, swim out where you will do the changeover. Just to confirm, no plastic crates to keep all your equipment together are not allowed in transition. Running shoes, wetsuits, etc. Yeah, so Freddie, straight on, yeah, that question. So you can bring a crate in to pack your goodies out, but you need to remove that crate before transition closes at 7:30. So you can put a towel down with your running shoes, your bike shoes, your helmet, your glasses, some nutrition, water bottle if you need to drink after the bike, and a running cap, etc. But no bags, crates, boxes to be left in transition. So if you're only doing registration on Saturday morning before the race, it would mean you only receive the orange entry sticker after they entered. What? Okay, so I'm not sure who BW Media is. Yes, that's true. If you do registration on Saturday, it just means that you will be pulled to one side and your entry into the prison will take a little bit longer because they will just have to process you. Everyone will check your boot to make sure that you're not bringing in illegal stuff. As you said in the document there, you will not allowed to bring in firearms, etc. So, but with the sticker on, you get processed a little bit quicker, but you will still be able to get in.
It will still be quick.
What are you allowed to put in transition area? Okay, what are you allowed to put in transition area? I think I covered all of that. You need to have in there to change from swimmer to biker and biker to runner. You can put some food, and some new hydration stuff, but you don't need a lot of stuff, to be honest. The less you have, the less chance you're going to have of not making a mistake.
No bags or anything. There's no
what? So what will be available at the water points, and are there water points on the bike? There's no water points on the bike route. It's 20 kilometers and 40 kilometers. You can carry more than enough nutrition and hydration on your bicycle. The water point, there will be Coke and water. I'm not sure if there's any other questions. Can someone else?
Just bring something.
If someone is going to do registration on your behalf, they just need to bring something that you've given them permission to register on your behalf. We don't want to dish out your goodie bag to someone and then you land up not getting it. So if you could just provide some form of proof or permission for them to collect on your behalf, that would be great.
Just like 5 more minutes.
So we'll stay online for a few more minutes, just answering any questions that there might be. So, sorry, there was a question, are there any portaloos on the run route? The answer to that is yes, because the turnaround point is right where the finish line is, which is where the food court is, where all the toilets are. But they're on the actual route from the finish to the far turn, 2.5 k's out, there are no portaloos.
If you desperately need it, you can run up there.
Travis, hope you don't need it. So just to let you know about the timing, so the timing will start once you enter the water, or once the gun goes off. You will then get a swim time as you enter transition. You will get a T1 time as you exit to start the bike. You will get a bike time as you enter transition to finish the bike. You will get a T2 time as you exit to start the run. And then you will get a run time for the full run, either the 5 or the 10K. We will not give you a 5K split. And then you will get an overall finish time. We have got slightly different categories for prize giving. We've collapsed some of the standard triathlon categories together, otherwise prize giving takes too long. So I think the categories are, like, for example, 30 to 39 as opposed to 30 to 34, 35 to 39. But we will display the results online in the normal or standard triathlon categories as well. So you will have 30 to 34 male, female, maxi, mini times, positions, etc. displayed, but those will not be used for prize giving. As I said, the results will be sent live to the link on the website. However, just bear in mind that the signal at the prison is not the greatest, so if the signal goes down, once they get signal again, it will pop up live. Sorry, then earlier I did see there was a question, someone asked, will the vendors be taking credit card? They will have credit card facilities, but yeah, credit card or cash is welcome.
Just say it will be crazy.
So Kwesi is asking, will it be wetsuit compulsory? That is a very difficult one to answer, Kwesi, because that decision is made on the morning when the race official will take the water temperature. But the ruling is fairly complicated because the water temperature might be wetsuit allowed, but the air temperature might cause the wind chill on the bike to change that ruling to be wetsuit compulsory. However, my best guess estimate is it will be wetsuit allowed and not wetsuit compulsory, looking at the long-term weather forecast. So Jason, there's no goos at the water table. You will be getting them in your goodie bag. What did you want to say about?
Just say the results will be online.
So, Andrew, the website you see here, there will be a link for will be placed on the front page of the event here. We will have photographers, videographer, so you can look out for them. Obviously, normal triathlon rules apply, no drafting. It is an individual event. There will be TSA race officials on hand. The event is sanctioned, all the standard stuff. So if you're unsure of the rules, you can go and try and read up basically the basic rules of triathlon. Any news to how they attach the number? Okay, so to attach your race number to yourself, you need a race belt. We will have race belts at registration, and to attach the chip you need a chip strap. So we do have chip straps from the timing company. They're not the greatest in terms of comfort, but we do have a chip strap available, which will also be at registration, so you can make up your mind if you're going to use that provided by the timing company, or if you'd like to purchase one, which is always useful at all the other events you attend.
All at once. This one's not going to be.
So yeah, Megan van Wyk wants to know if it's a mass room start or in waves. It's a mass start for the mini and for the maxi. We don't need to start you in waves. So if you are unsure about it, you can, and you're not happy to start in big groups, if you wait 20 seconds, the majority of people will be way ahead of you by then, and then you'll be able to swim quite freely.
So that's all. Any more questions?
So
These guys are.
okay, so if there's no more questions, I'm going to shut off, but we look forward to seeing you there. Remember, don't do too much in the last few days before the event, and we'll see you at race briefing, race registration, sorry, either tomorrow or at our offices on Thursday, and then see you nice and bright and early on Saturday at the prison. Oh, sorry, one thing. Sorry, I almost forgot. Caroline asked me to remind you guys. So you are going to be on a prison. There are wardens that will be moving around on the prison. For those of you that did national service, you know there is a military hierarchy, and the prison wardens follow the same hierarchy. So just please be respectful and courteous to them. It is their place of work and their place of stay, so we are guests of theirs, so please be mindful of that. Thank you very much.
Cool.
So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you very much, and see you Saturday.